Welcome to a world where airports have evolved beyond the imaginations of the early 2020s. As we step into 2025, the realm of air travel has transformed, catching many travelers off guard with its whirlwind of adjustments and unanticipated challenges. This guide is your lifeline, your indispensable source of information to navigate the new airport landscape, sparing you from the pitfalls that can disrupt your journey and drain your pockets. In 2025, walking through an airport feels like stepping into a realm of heightened scrutiny and elaborate security. The glaring signs and bustling crowds are mere harbingers of the new ordeals that await the unprepared traveler. Let's delve into the chaos of today's airports and unveil the secrets that could save you stress, time, and money. First on our list is the carry-on baggage crackdown. By now, you may have noticed that airlines have become increasingly strict about what you can bring on board. The days of packing a carry-on without a second thought are long gone. While this measure began as a means to streamline boarding processes and maximize aircraft storage, it has evolved into a robust revenue stream for airlines, many of whom seize the opportunity to capitalize on travelers' ignorance. The old rule of thumb, where your carry-on only needed to fit in the overhead bin, is obsolete. Specific dimensions have replaced vague requirements, often inferior to the bags most people own. Hold your breath as we recount tales of unsuspecting travelers, such as Sarah from Milwaukee, who watched in despair as her hefty compliant bag was gate-checked and subjected to a surprise fee that tripled her ticket cost. The moral here is blunt. Verify your airline's carry-on policy multiple times and invest in a compliant bag, lest you gamble with your travel budget. Security measures remain the airport's controversial cornerstone, yet in 2025, they present an even more perplexing labyrinth. Unlike the once universal standards, security protocols are now tailored to specific routes and destinations. Depending on your travel route, you might encounter different layers of scrutiny. Picture this. Michael, a seasoned business traveler, realized this disparity during a trip from New York to Tokyo, only to face unexpected delays due to a secondary screening meant for select intercontinental flights. He was caught flat-footed, having assumed all routes were treated equally. Further compounding the confusion, the rules about liquids and electronics continue to baffle travelers. While previous regulations demanded small quantities of liquids in resealable bags and laptops whimsically placed in trays, the current era has added layers to these rituals. The list of permissible liquids has shrunk and expanded in seemingly random ways, governing gels, aerosols, and other substances with specifications varying between airports. With electronics, security scans have intensified, casting a net wider than laptops, not sparing tablets, e-readers, and even larger smartphones. Each must be laid bare on trays, separated and powered on briefly to confirm functionality and avoid confiscation. One cannot discuss 2025 without mentioning the ubiquitous biometric identification systems. This technology, once seen as futuristic, now dominates the boarding process. Those embarking on international jaunts will face facial recognition software, iris scans, and fingerprint readers, all in the name of heightened security efficiency. Jane, an expatriate frequently hopping across Europe, initially struggled with these changes, being unregistered in the system and encountering delays. Now, unfamiliar with these methods, she stands triumphantly in the short queues of speedy boarding once reserved for elite travelers. This futuristic world does not come without its financial traps. Hidden airport and airline fees are more prevalent than ever. A silent pact among airlines seems to exist, resulting in the introduction and escalation of fees beyond baggage charges. Beware of booking convenience fees for transactions via cards, unbundling of standard services requiring further payment for choice seats or meals, and charges for Wi-Fi or entertainment upgrades that used to be complimentary. Deciphering the complex structure of airline fees can save you significant amounts or cash you into financial turmoil if overlooked. Health and safety protocols have also evolved, realigning themselves with global health trends. The stakes for maintaining passenger well-being have risen, prompting airports to introduce measures ranging from mandatory on-site health screenings, touchless sanitation facilities, and real-time health monitoring systems. These additions, while intended for public safety, create new pressure points for travelers who must now account for potential delays from impromptu health checks and prepare all necessary documentation digitally rather than physically. Now, as we step closer toward the crux of your strategic advantage, we present the ultimate hacks for navigating 2025's airport conundrums. Knowledge and preparation are potent allies. Study your airline policies meticulously. Leverage traveler forums for route-specific insights, and pre-download apps that guide you through airports seamlessly. Packing with intentionality is your sanctuary. Choosing crossbody bags to secure essentials and ensuring all documentation exists in duplicate, ready for inspection at a moment's notice. Let this narrative serve as more than mere information. Take it as an empowering guide that equips you with the savvy required to not just survive, but thrive on your next airport encounter. Armed with insights into the carrier crackdown and electronic etiquette to the fees lurking in the shadows and the life-saving hacks, you're now prepared. May this knowledge propel you confidently on your journeys as the Aerotropolis of 2025 awaits your embarked mastery.